class 11th biology. The same lesson is the biological classification. The 5 kingdom classification, you know very well about that. In this lesson we have to study about the 3 first kingdoms of the classification, that is MONERA, Protista and the fungi. The first is the kingdom MONERA. According to 6 kingdom classification, you know very well, kingdom MONERA is classified into 2 parts. Here we are going to divide in 2 groups, kingdom MONERA in 2 groups. Okay. Now what about the kingdom MONERA? It is a bacterial group. The first important thing is it is a bacterial group. Bacterial group. All the bacteria are included in this group, that is the kingdom MONERA. That we know very well, it is the prokaryotes and the unicellular also. So all the bacteria are placed in this group. All these bacteria occurs almost in every place that you can imagine. It is the hot spring, it is desert, fine desert, very deep desert, then that a hot dry ocean, then ocean, dry hot climate, anywhere they are able to survive in any climatic condition. So it is these bacteria are occur almost everywhere. These are able to survive almost any condition. As I told you, it is a desert, it is the hot spring, it is a spring, it is that ocean, deep ocean, anywhere they must be there, they must present there. So they are able to survive, occur in any climatic condition. All these bacteria, which we are going to divide into 2 special groups. Before that, the bacteria, they are in or on other organisms as parasite. They are not only the free living species, they are not only the free living organisms, they are parasites also. Parasites, there are 2 types of the parasite. They may be endoparasite or ectoparasite. We call it they may live in or on the other organisms. They may live in or on other organisms. When they live in, on and on other organisms, that means they are parasites. Parasites, if they are living inside the organism, they are called the endoparasite, and if live outside the organism, they are called the exoparasite. So there are 2 types of the parasitic nature present in the bacteria. Roughly, we are able to divide bacteria in 4 groups that we call the groups of bacteria. This group of bacteria is based on their shape, their body shape. On the base of their body shape, we are able to classify these bacteria in 4 groups. And first is called spherical group or spherical coccus. Spherical coccus. If we call in the plural, it called cocci. Okay, in plural form, it called cocci. Definitely, they are in the group. They are spherical in shape. The shape is the spherical, like this. The spherical shape. Coccus is there. Single is the coccus. In plural, this is cocci. The best example of this is the Streptococcus pneumoniae. Example: Streptococcus pneumoniae. Definitely, this is a disease-caused species, so it provides pneumonia in the human being. Okay, so this is the pneumonic bacteria. Okay, it is spherical, placed inside the body, so it is on the other organisms, that is in the endoparasite. Second type of the bacteria, second shape of the bacteria is the rod-shaped bacteria. Rod-shaped. And the rod-shaped bacteria is also called bacillus. Bacillus means rod-shaped. Okay, So this is the bacillus. Bacillus in plural it is called, if we write in the plural form, because that bacteria live in the colony, so we use a plural word, and that is the bacillus. The plural form of the bacillus is the bacilli. Bacilli. Okay. Now it is the rod shape. What is the shape of this bacteria? Like this. Definitely they are living in the group, they are in the colony, they are present. What is the best example of this bacteria? One bacteria that is not named as anthrax bacterium. Example, anthrax bacterium. This is also a disease in the animals, especially in the cows. This bacteria that provide anthrax. The name of the disease is the anthrax, and that is provided by this type of the bacteria. The third shape of the bacteria is the comma-shaped bacteria. Comma-shaped. Comma, you know how the comma-shaped is mentioned, and this comma-shaped bacteria is also called vibram. Okay. This is the comma shape. Again, plural is the vibram. This plural of vibrium is the vibria. Vibria. Okay. It is comma shaped bacteria. What is the shape of the comma? Like this. Okay. So this is the comma shaped bacteria, and that is called the vibrium, or plural is called the vibra. One bacteria that is known as the vibra cholerae. Example is the vibra cholerae. It provides the cholera. Cholera is again the human disease. Okay. Now one more shape of the bacteria. As I told you, the 4 group of the bacteria on the shape of the body. So last is called the spiral bacteria. And this spiral shape bacteria is called the spiralum. Spiral shape, it is called the spiralum. Spiralum bacteria. It is spiral in shape. Spiral in plural it is called spirilla. Spirilla. In plural it is called spirilla. Now what is the spiral shape? Somehow like this. This is the spiral shaped bacteria, and the example of this spiral shaped bacteria is the Treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum. So this is some group of bacteria on the basis of the body shape of the bacteria. Some more characteristic which is present in the bacteria. Bacteria is simple in structure, but their behavior is not simple. So what is the next property here? Bacteria are simple in structure. Simple in structure, but complex in behavior. Complex in behavior. That's why they are able to survive in any type of the climatic condition. Bacteria also are, bacteria must show the extensive metabolic diversity. Because of that diversity, they are able to survive in any climatic condition. So they shows extremely or most extensive metabolic activity. They show most extensive metabolic activity. Metabolic activity. That is a peculiar characteristic which is present in the bacteria. The metabolic activity is most extensive. Variations are there in this. That's why they are able to survive in any climatic condition. If we classify the bacteria on the mode of their food, mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition. On the mode of nutrition, we are able to classify bacteria in 2 types. One is called autotrophs. Autotrophs or autotrophic bacteria. There are 2 types of the autotrophic bacteria are there. One the bacteria who use the green pigment for photosynthesis, so they are called the photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria. And other who use the chemical to regulate their life cycle, so they are called the chemosynthetic bacteria. Chemosynthetic bacteria. On the basis of mode of nutrition, the second type of bacteria is called a heterotroph bacteria. Second type of bacteria is called the heterotroph bacteria. Hetero, you know very well, they depends on other organisms for their food, and in this category we are able to classify it into two parts. One is called the parasitic bacteria and one is called the saprophytic bacteria. Parasitic, you very well know that they depends on other organisms for their food. And what is the saprophytic? Saprophytic, they depends on the dead and decayed plant and animal for their food. So this is the wide classification about the bacteria. And next, what is the various type of the bacteria? We are able to classify this group MONERA in two small classes. Now, on the basis of the types, on the basis of the appearance of the bacteria, we are able to classify this kingdom MONERA into two parts. One is called the Archaeobacteria and one is called the Eubacteria. According to sixth kingdom classification, these two classes getting separate. That's why the number of the kingdom increases. According to sixth kingdom classifications, the classification, these two group of classes taken separately. We are going to include in the same MONERA group. MONERA group is classified into two subgroups, okay, and that is the Archaeobacteria and Eubacteria. So first is the Archaeobacteria. Archaeobacteria. Now what is the Archaeobacteria? These are the bacteria which are survive in the most harsh habitat, the most worst condition. They are able to survive in the worst to worst condition. So these are the bacteria which are able to survive in most harsh condition. These bacteria are able to survive in most harsh conditions. Harsh condition, when we call about the harsh condition, it means it is the habitat. The habitat is the living or the dwelling place. The habitat of the bacteria is very harsh. They are able to survive in worst to worst condition. Okay, so these are the special group of the bacteria. These are the old bacteria. Okay, they have different characteristic, and one of the most important characteristic is that they are able to survive in the worst condition. Worst condition, we are going to mention some of the bacteria here. First type of the bacteria which are able to survive in extremely salty area. Extremely salty area means in the deep ocean where the content of the salt is more. Extremely salty area, this bacteria is called the halophils. Okay, halophils. Hello is not a new word for you. Hello means the salt. What is the halophils? Halophils are those bacteria who are able to survive in extreme salty area. Salty area means the area where the salt is more than normal condition. That is the deep ocean. So they are able to survive in extreme salty habitat. Extreme salty habitat. Halo means salt, you know very well. The halophils are the bacteria which are able to survive in the extreme salty habitat. The second type of bacteria which are able to survive in extreme condition is called the thermoacidophils. Thermoacidophils. What is the peculiarity of thermoacidophils bacteria? These bacteria is able to survive in the hot condition, hot and the acidic habitat. They are called the thermoacidic bacteria. They are able to survive in the hot spring. hot springs. This is also one harsh condition. This is not the normal condition for surviving. The third type of bacteria which is placed in this group is called the methanogens. Methanogens. I think you are able to know all these by the name only. When we call hollow, it means salt. When we call the thermoacidic, it means the heat and the acid. And when we call the methanogen, methanogens is when the methane gas. Where the methane gas is present, these bacteria are survive in the marshy area. Where the methane gas is abundant, these bacteria are survive in the marshy area. So these are the three type of bacteria which are able to survive in this harsh habitat. So they are placed in the group Archaeobacteria. This bacteria is different cell structure is there. Okay, the cell structure is different as compared to the normal eubacteria. The cell structure is different. Because of that, they are able to survive in extremely adverse or the harsh habitat. Okay, why they are able to survive? Why they are able to survive in extremely harsh atmosphere or habitat? Because it has different cell structure. Due to different cell structure, or some peculiarity in the cells, okay, cell structure, they are able to survive. They are able to survive in extreme, that is the habitat or the harshy climate. Extreme habitat, because they have the different type of the cell structure is there. The methanogens, they are present in the guts of the ruminant. Okay, methanogen, it is present in methanogens are present in guts of ruminants. Ruminants, you know very well, cow, buffalo, all these are called the ruminants. You know, the methane formation of methane gas is the smell of the methane gas is present in the cattle dung. Cattle dung contain the methane gas. Why it contains the methane gas? Because of the methanogen bacteria. Okay, so the cattle dung generate the methane gas. The methane gas is formed by cattle dung. In 10th class, you have already studied about the biogas plant. What is the function of biogas plant? In biogas plant, we are using the cattle dung as a slurry, and that cattle dung converted into methane gas that is used as a cooking gas. So that methane gas is generated because of the methanogen bacteria which is present in the intestine of the ruminants, which is present in the guts of the ruminant. Guts is the alimentary canal. Guts is the alimentary canal of the ruminant. What is the reproduction method is present in this bacteria? They are shows especially the asexual type of the reproduction. This is about the Archaeobacteria. The second class is the Eubacteria.